we are at the point now where nations are going to start adopting Bitcoin. Nations are going to start allowing their companies to start accepting Bitcoin and other crypto assets. I really do think. Welcome back, everybody,
to another week
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto,
the Unscripted
Crypto Podcast.
Hey,
yo. You know, we could probably record that and just make it like a thing, right? Like, we don't have to do it every time.
You know, you're right. We probably should do that. It will save us a lot of time.
I don't know. I mean, this time it only took us one take.
Yeah. Unlike previous weeks where it takes us 3 or 4.
Time, yes. One take.
Yeah. Well, it's October 1st. And you know what that means, William.
Uptober? You mean Uptober?
Uptober. Seeing how
October gave us a rough start to the week, but yeah.
September ended in it green, so my worries are all gone.
I don't know, man. Bitcoin just shook everything out, fucking dropping. Oops, I already cursed.
That's how it gets rid of the paper hands, William.
Dropping all the way to $61,750.
Oh, so it's still dropping then?
No, it bounced off. Now it's at 62.6. So we'll see what it does.
Well, I'm gonna close not Polymarket, TradingView, because TradingView messes up I don't got the bandwidth for that.
Like your brain or your actual like bandwidth?
No, my actual internet bandwidth. Everyone in this household studies some type of computer science, so I got a guy over here training a freaking AI model.
You need better Wi-Fi.
I'm building a website. Yeah, I need to get my own. I should get either a Helium mobile hotspot or Starlink.
Starlink, I think, is like $100 a month.
One of those two.
And you have to pay for the hardware.
Yeah, the hardware's yours, but then you still gotta pay $100 a month.
Yeah, for the service. But you can take it anywhere you go. And the new model is like iPad size.
Yeah, that's super good, super convenient, and it has like a built-in battery.
Pretty well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually using one of those.
Alrighty, what do you got for us in the cryptoverse?
Well,
crypto universe.
It is October, so this is the month where many people decide to not drink and call it Sober October. And seeing how it's the first and I have not drinking, I think I'm going to follow through with that and see how that goes, because I did dry January. Might as well do Sober October. William told me he was going to do it too, but then at some point in the year, he's like, you know what? Forget that. I'm not doing that. So I got a music festival to go to. You did. January, you're like, oh, you told me, you're like, oh, you told me I really want to do Sober October this year.
I just said that.
And then like 3 or 4 months passed, and he goes, yeah, you know what, the October thing, forget about that. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? It's not even October. Give yourself the time. I'm gonna have a really hard time though, because I do have a music festival that I'm going to.
Where are you going?
That's literally 3 Points.
Oh, you're going to 3 Points.
Yeah. So I got.
You go almost every year.
No, I didn't go that. I've only been to 3 Points. I've been to 3 Points twice.
I think you went once. 2 consecutive. You skipped last year, and you're going this year.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Pretty consistent, in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
You know what?
Well,
I'll join you.
Hell yeah. Well, technically I'm joining you because you're the one who told me to do it.
Fair enough.
Back in January.
I'll join you.
And then I said, you know what, William, I'll join you. So
I'll join you on Sober October.
Just 1 month. It's not that hard. I promise. It's easier than you think.
I just realized I don't think I've gone a month sober. Like, since I became 21.
Yeah. I mean, it's one beer usually like super easy to drink.
Then you gotta get 2, 3. So what's? Wait a minute.
Mhm.
So what do we lose if we fail? What's the?
Oh, what's like what's at stakes?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. What
A Solana.
What
1 soul.
a Solana? One soul for whoever breaks first.
Yeah. 1 full
Okay,
soul.
I could do that. I could do that.
1 full soul.
That's doable.
I always said 1 full Bitcoin, but I only have that.
Yeah, one full Bitcoin's a big ask. It's gonna take like a year's worth of salaries.
1 soul.
Alright.
To
Once whoever breaks first.
What if none of us break though? What if no one drinks?
Then we go hard in the paint. After we drink all of October's month in a day. No, I'm kidding. That's crazy
That's
stuff.
a lot, bro. So sober October,
But
loser pays a Bitcoin to.
A Solana, William. Solana. Bitcoin's a lot of money.
But a Bitcoin sounds better for the title.
A big. What is it? Yeah, it's okay. So loser. We could do Bitcoin, like Sats, because
No. But for the
'Cause
title
that's-
itself, just for the
Uh-huh.
title, we go since we're already mentioning it. Loser pays a Bitcoin. You know?
for sober October.
Sober October,
William,
loser pays a Bitcoin.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's
You're gonna have a hard time, when you do eventually lose before me.
Why?
Why? Because I will hold you up to that.
But we're betting a soul though. The title's a Bitcoin.
Okay.
He hasn't registered. He hasn't. This is marketing mine right now. Clickbait,
Okay, I see,
boy.
I see. Clickbait. All right.
We're betting a
Let's do that.
soul, but the title's a Bitcoin.
Well, heard. That's for
On
the,
from
that's
this,
for the clip.
on from this to Bitcoin news, to actual crypto news. Since we brought
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin and you have no crypto, you only have politics. Since you're a political
Yeah,
guy
I only
now.
have crypto politics.
Apart from Bitcoin taking a wonderful dump on us this beautiful October 1st morning, I will say,
Wonderful.
you know who
dump
feels
indeed.
bad? Metaplanet.
Who?
Metaplanet feels bad.
Oof. You're right. Metaplanet will be feeling the pain.
Since they're ahead of us, they bought Bitcoin roughly like $2,000 to $3,000 more expensive than what the USA woke up to. Well, what they dumped it to.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought another 107.913 Bitcoin yesterday. Well, today. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
They're stacking that
Couple hours ago.
BTC.
they are stacking. They're going just as hard as MicroStrategy is.
Relative, yes.
Relatively, yeah. Relative.
But they are doing the best they can.
They're getting there. They are
So-
actually
Mhm.
doing a lot. They're doing more than most. I should probably be as committed as they are.
Yeah. So they have a total Bitcoin holding of 506.745. Their average price is in yen, and it's 9. Their average price is 9.373 million yen per Bitcoin. You would
So,
have to. You
I don't know if you-
convert it.
I don't know if you've heard this, but
What's up?
there's conversions now on the calculator.
Oh, I haven't even looked at that. You updated too? Me too.
Yes, sir. Japanese yen. So you said how many?
9,373,557.
9,373,565,219.
57. Yeah, that's their average price.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
They're a little underwater right now.
They are a little under the water.
I think they bought every peak, like every recent high. I think they bought it. They're just like us.
Yeah.
They're just like us. I
Always.
feel great when a company does what we do. I love it.
Buy high,
Like,
sell
it
low.
makes me
No,
feel
they don't
less
sell
bad
low.
about myself.
And
Makes
the
you
fact that
quite
they
happy.
keep on doing it, the fact that they keep on doing it's reassuring.
It makes me quite happy.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Yeah. Quick run through. September did end very positive, like Alex said earlier. We ended up 7.29% up. That's only
7.2?
happened. We've only had a positive September 4 times, including this one. And in those 3 prior times, they've all been positive Q4s. If history plays out, we should have hopefully another positive Q4.
Hopefully, a very positive Q4.
Hopefully. And with
Let's
that,
see how that goes. Let's see how that goes because
with that, let's go ahead and talk politics.
That'll make my year, my 2024, a very happy ending.
You do like happy endings.
Okay, well,
He only goes once a month, guys. Relax.
where to? What are you talking about, William?
I don't know, bro.
This guy to the gym?
You go less than that to the gym.
Yeah.
The lady at the massage parlor knows you better than the gym owner.
I've only ever been to a massage parlor once, and it was for my feet, and it was amazing. Very, very interesting stuff. That
To his feet.
massages seem fun.
You know where that
Yeah.
went?
What the? This is okay. Well, the senator from Ohio, Niraj Antani.
Isn't that where they're eating
Is
the
up.
cats?
No, that's
Yeah,
Springfield, Illinois.
Isn't it
Not
Springfield,
eating
Ohio?
cats. You know, I thought it was Illinois. Well, I
Okay,
don't know.
continue.
In Ohio, this senator is proposing a bill that would allow residents of the state of Ohio to pay all state taxes in Bitcoin. This is similar to what the mayor of Miami did, allowing people to pay local taxes and like fees and fines using Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but at a much, much larger scale. He says cryptocurrency is not just the future, but it's the present of our 21st century economy.
So, I'm sure
Is that-
in the actual full bill, it's written out. But I wonder how, if you bought it, right? I bought Bitcoin.
Mhm.
It goes up in price. I have to sell my Bitcoin to pay the taxes.
You could just pay the taxes in.
Yeah, but the price of
by sending
Bitcoin, yeah, 100%. That's still a taxable event if I'm not mistaken. Because you're sending it.
So you're. Mhm.
Will I be taxed on paying my taxes in the future year?
That's a good question. I think that's something that's kind of like at the federal level.
No, state. I think Ohio has state taxes.
Oh, I see. It probably wouldn't be taxed at the state level. Former
Like you'll have to be
Senator
written
Josh.
there, though.
Yeah, probably.
In one of those like 500 pages.
Yeah, probably for whatever. Let's see. So, yeah, there's nothing in this article saying anything about paying taxes.
No, I
about
doubt
like
there is.
your gains being taxed. But essentially, Ohio is not the only one. Florida is also looking into that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Adani also said that by allowing Ohioans to pay their taxes and fees with cryptocurrencies will be on the cutting edge. Essentially, trying to normalize crypto, make it more common. I think that's very important to note because politicians are starting to realize that Bitcoin is like freedom money and allows people to have autonomy over their funds. So there is like some traction of adoption in the future. but I think there's still a long ways to go. If Florida does end up passing, I think it's a House Bill 456. Um, it it will be another step forward in the United States. You okay?
Nothing
What
happened.
happened there, William?
Nothing. I bumped with my elbow.
Okay.
I'll give it a nudge. You give politicians a lot of credit.
I give them a lot of credit.
I think you don't, but you do. You give them a lot of credit when they do crypto stuff. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if it's that.
I give them credit when they do things that are in the favor of when they're in my favor particularly, but they happen to be my favor. I think it tends to be the favor of the many. Granted, not all cases. I know, not all cases, but
I think it's more
Bitcoin
of a
is-
vote, though.
what do you mean?
I think that's just more like they're playing into the Web3 people. So they can just get
Probably.
that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
probably.
they're just doing it for a vote, and hopefully
there's-
they produce good policies.
Trump is definitely doing that for a vote. There's no doubt about that.
Well, excluding him, but yeah.
There are politicians that will be just trying to get a vote now more than before. I think certain politicians from before that were endorsing Bitcoin and blockchain technology, I think they're more genuine because they're like, okay, there is no large population supporting this, so there is really no vote, like very small vote to gain for a very underexposed asset. So I feel like they would be taking more risk than actual reward for promoting something like that, and I think they're more genuine.
Fair enough.
I'm just excited to see the day I could pay taxes and stuff with Bitcoin and any other crypto assets, because I will continue stacking until that day comes around.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't think you would. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you'll ever pay your taxes with Bitcoin
It's like that's not gonna happen.
unless it's the only option. Then yes. Until then, you will never. You won't. I know you. You won't. There is a better likelihood you take a loan out for U.S.
against any of
dollars
my assets
to pay your
and
taxes.
then pay. That makes sense because then I could take off the loan as an expense in the future.
Exactly.
Oh, William's onto something. I think William's unlocking his
Third eye?
accountant abilities.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's true, William.
Yeah. Well, on that same note, a little further away, I would say, Taiwan's Financial Supervisory Commission now allows professional investors to invest in foreign Bitcoin and crypto ETFs.
In foreign Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. Taiwan. Wow. Is Taiwan's market large?
I wouldn't say they're very large. I do think they probably have a fair amount of money for their size, like size per capita, probably. But I think it's also just takes into consideration the fact that governments, even though they're not the largest governments, are starting to just allow out foreign investing.
Foreign investing, yeah.
Because Taiwan itself, I don't think has an ETF, or they do. Oh, they do have one. They do have one.
Taiwan has an ETF?
Yeah, they do. Or is China? I know they're separate. I'm just saying, like, it's either China who has one or they. But they do have an ETF. And there goes a dog.
Oh, okay. Dog's just doing dog things, William.
She heard noises outside. She's protecting the house.
She is protecting the house.
But that's just an interesting thing. Alone, just because just more exposure, more options.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that's super important. We are at the point now where like nations are going to start adopting Bitcoin. Nations are going to start allowing their companies to start accepting Bitcoin and other crypto assets. So I really do think we're at the cusp of extremely large um, onboarding,
Yeah,
and with onboarding,
there's
we're gonna
growing
see.
pains.
Oh, for sure, we're gonna see growing pains, but that happens every cycle.
Lots of growing pains here, for sure.
Yeah, but like I said, I think last cycle overemphasized a lot of like VR, NFTs, like bullshit scams that just weren't gonna work, and a lot of people got burnt by that. So now people, I think the average investor is looking for something more reliable, something more steady, more consistent, more regulated to a degree, because there are crypto enthusiasts who truly understand how the asset works, and they want the complete freedom of that comes with it. But then there's other people who see the gains in value but don't understand it, so they want exposure with what they consider minimal risk. I consider maximum risk.
I want to say you're right, and that's true. If that were the case, though, we wouldn't have had meme coins.
What do you mean we wouldn't? Oh, meme coins are going off like crazy.
Well, not anymore, but
Yeah, not
meme,
right now, but like in general.
I don't think we would have
But
had the amount of meme coin buying we would have had.
I feel like those are just like not investors, the degenerates that want the exposure, and they're like
Yeah,
those are
but
the people that
that's
buy lottery tickets.
yeah, but that's retail.
That is retail,
Those exactly.
but
The ones that
like
take $100.
retail lottery tickets, like the ones that you buy at the gas station.
Yeah, but I'm saying I think March, because it died off after March for sure. That's where a lot of the money went to. It didn't go into, or it didn't go as much money didn't go into, as you're saying, actual projects.
Mm-hmm. There's still a huge gap between the understanding of what the technology does and the people who are trying to use it. I
100%.
feel like it's just not there, which is it's troublesome to a degree, because like if a lot of people are using it and they don't know what it does, like
Not much you can do.
what confidence does that give to the people who don't understand it and don't have any exposure to it?
You're right. I think they'll just go to the thing that gives them the quickest return, and just accept the risk,
Maybe.
which is zero. Like if you can put $10 in to get 1,000, which a lot of meme coins did do that. They didn't last long. Like it was like a couple minutes. But if you were able to get in and get out, I mean, remember we still have that whiff trader, which I don't know if you ever sold. That took, I think, $100 to like $13 million in whiff.
That's crazy.
Whether he sold or not, I don't know, or if he sold, no idea. But that was a thing.
He was an overnight millionaire.
Literally.
Like he was just a millionaire
whiff
for a
is
night.
Still sitting at like $2 right now. Or
You pulled it up?
I think it's
Oh, did you pull it? I thought you pulled it up.
No, I didn't put it up. I just think there's so many projects doing so many different things. People don't know where to put their money in.
Factual.
That's
Well,
not a bad thing. We just need more people to come in at that point, so they decide where to put money.
Where to go? Yeah, but I think like we said, or like I said, there's a lot of these are just meme coins, pump and dumps to a degree, like
100%.
no actual utility.
None.
So, like I still see people like then know I'm interested in crypto, and they tell me, "Oh, look, have you heard of this token?" And I'm like, "Bro, like that's a random ass token with 20 people holding, like 20 holders. Like how am I supposed to hear about that?" You go, "Oh no, my friend says it's gonna take off." I was like, "It's probably not." And he goes, "Oh, I hope it does because I already put in $100." I was like, "Well, then you lost $100, man. I don't know what to tell you."
Or it probably does take off and they sell on you. Like that's
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen in the entire market. They're gonna sell on you. You just ideally, just the idea is that in these bigger market cap tokens,
that's why I told
they
him.
can withstand that selling.
Mm-hmm. That's why I told him. I was like, "Well, if just set your numbers where you could start selling and making some money back." Because
Have you asked him how it's going?
yeah, it's never going well for him. It's never going well for him. The only time things go well for people, for me, at least when I give them the advice, is like buy Bitcoin, hold it, forget about everything else. If you want a little bit more exposure with a little bit more gains, Ethereum, Solana, any of the top 10s, go for those.
When he tells people buy Bitcoin at the very top and they have to hold it for 4 years, that's what he does.
Yeah. Be like, look, but that's when they ask me. I was like, well, you could buy it, just hold it. Don't. I tell them that specifically. If you hold it for 4 years, you'll be good. You'll be at the very least where you are today.
So I saw a chart because you've said as you are today. I saw a chart that if you bought XRP in 2008, you would be at the same price today.
XRP in 2008. XRP was launched in 2008.
The one thing I heard or saw was 2008. I could be I could be 100% wrong because Bitcoin had come out in 2009.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Bitcoin white paper came out in 2008.
Yeah. So whenever it came out, pretty much, it came out like roughly
You would be
to the exact same price it is today.
That's crazy.
It has been a pretty good stable coin, if you ask me. I think XRP is a great stable coin.
It really is. I mean, it definitely has a lot more volatility than normal stable coins, but it's a pretty decent stable coin for not being a stable coin.
For not being a stable coin? It's doing its job.
Yeah.
For not being
my whole issue with the stable coins is the dollar is still, any fiat currency is still super volatile.
Yeah, but you need these stable coins to cash out.
Yeah, that's true. We need open markets.
Like, you need to be able to cash out.
Technically.
You do.
You could always just sell. You could always just sell your Solana for some fucking chickens if you wanted to.
Yes. That's difficult, though. You're going to find the one guy selling Solana for some chicken nuggets.
I just saw this this like video about like, it's like old times. It's like some guy selling chickens and frogs in like some random ass hut. And then some guy comes walking by. He's like, "Oh, well, yeah, it's 1 chicken and 3 frogs for me." And then he goes, "Cool, it's gonna be a gallon of milk and some bread for the exchange, whatever." He goes, "I got something better," and whips out a gold nugget. He goes, so like, "What the heck is this?"
He goes, "I can't eat this."
Yeah, he goes, "I can't eat this." He's like, "No, this is the future. This is gold." And he goes. And then the other guy, there's a guy behind him. He's like, "What the heck?" He's like, "Where's the value on this?" He's like, "Oh, I have people who mine it and they produce it for me, and they say this is the future. They put it on all the work and effort." And then he's like, "What can I do with it?" He goes, "Store your value, make jewelry and stuff like that." And then the shop owner is like, "Get the heck out of here! I can't eat that. I'm not selling you anything." He goes, "Well, you're missing out." And then he walks away. And then the next guy, he's like, "Oh yes, I also want 1 chicken and 3." And then he goes, "Okay, gallon of milk, bread, whatever it was." And then he whips out a nugget of silver. He goes, "Not you too."
I mine this one.
He's like, this is the future." He's like, "This one's easier to mine than gold." And that was funny. It was like a representation of.
I mean, for
like
the
what
most
the
part,
crypto
money is
market's like
just a
today.
medium of exchange. It's just to make it easier
It
to be able
is.
to purchase products.
It is. It's all just like value. There's a word. I forgot the word right now. Like value that's assumed that for it to have. Perceived value.
I don't know if it's perceived value. I mean, it is It is right because you're giving this thing a perceived value. Like we're assuming this is worth $1, even though there's nothing saying it's really worth $1. It could be worth anything.
An assigned value, like everyone can assign a value to $1. Like $1 is good, but like if I could get a chicken for $1, like a chicken breast for $1, it's worth more than like I'd rather have a chicken breast than 5 eggs worth of $1. Like exchange rates are also important.
And
It's complicated stuff.
Listen,
Crypto really is the intersection.
Since you brought up exchanges and exchanging things and and markets and all this fun stuff, FTX holders should be starting to get paid out soon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
good for them. Finally, long
it's gonna be
awaited.
a slow rollout though, so we can't get our hopes up.
I mean, I got no hopes up. Like I'm not affected by this. I
You
already
are
got.
affected by this.
Do I have any potential for earning more of a payout than what I've already received?
No, but it affects the price of the assets you're holding.
Okay, then I guess I am affected by this.
Everyone's affected by this. It's $16 billion going to be given out. It's going to be given back out to degenerates.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we expecting? What's coming
So
out
from the
of
news
this?
that I saw was the first payouts after a committee hearing or a court hearing, because they have to do court hearings for this. Anyone up to $50,000 will get their first payout. After that,
Okay, we'll get the payout first.
yes, we get the first payout. The payout first, correct? Yeah, I worded that wrong. Then from there, in the second hearing, they'll decide up to what number. So it's, for example, it's gonna be from $50,000 to $500,000. Then anyone over $1 million will get the next one. So you won't see full distribution of that entirety up until like Q1 of next year. So
Until Q1 next year?
up until Q1, they won't. I assume they won't be fully distributed.
Paid out until then.
Yeah. Because if you realize, FTX did have a lot of holders who had big money in there.
That is true. There was a lot of money in
$16
FTX.
billion of $50,000. That would be an
Correct.
absurd number.
I mean, that's not how the actual finances of the world are distributed. So why would it be like that for this?
It would
company.
be absurd. This is there's probably a couple people who hold probably hundreds of millions of dollars spread out.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're gonna get their money last,
Which
and
from
whatever's
they're
left
gonna
of
get their
it.
money last.
And it's whatever's left of it.
Well, no,
Interesting.
they got the full payout. They got 100% of everything back.
Okay.
Well, they didn't get full 100% of whatever they had. I think it was like whatever the percentage difference is, right?
Okay.
It's not like you're gonna get back 100% of what your money is. You're gonna get 100% of what the value was at the time. So if you had one full Bitcoin and the value was 40,000, but the value is 60, you're only gonna get the value of that $40,000 Bitcoin, not the full Bitcoin. That's typically that's how the Celsius distribution was. So I assume this one's very similar, since it was a set base price. But that's gonna start happening and rolling out. So you're gonna see more liquidity come into the market because they're not gonna take their money out; they're gonna put it back in, almost guaranteed.
You think so?
Oh, and I said 16 billion. It's 11 billion. I apologize. And I think so. What?
That they're gonna put their money back in.
What did you do?
That's fair.
What did
Well,
I?
like for some reason I assumed back into FTX. So I was like,
no, into the market. What FTX?
yeah. That was like that makes sense.
Into the Web3 market, not FTX.
True. That. Yeah, they're definitely gonna put their money back in. That's what
They're
I
gonna put
did.
the money back in, whether it's Bitcoin, Sol, whatever the thing may be. But they're
Yeah.
gonna get back into the market.
Some Jito.
some Jito.
I do
Last
own.
note.
I do own Jito.
I don't know Jito. Last note. A lot of creditors also sold off their claims to claims agents. So it also might not be people getting back. It will also be a lot of
larger companies.
Larger companies
Like insurance.
who bought it out.
Is that insurance companies?
No, it's a claims agent. Meaning they're just
Claims
buying people who buy like debt. Same like people buy debt. Same idea.
Yeah, pretty much. This is exactly what they do.
They're gonna be getting a good portion of it.
And then they're gonna reinvest that money for sure.
I don't think they will. It depends who they are. Like if they're a crypto one, 100%. Like if they're, if for example, like if Binance
they might not.
bought-
Yeah, like they might not reinvest it into crypto per se though.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens on that side.
Yeah, bro. For some reason,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the camera's showing me like I have like a after
shadow, a 5 a.m. shadow.
like 5 8. Yeah, that
Is it 5 a.m. or is it 5 p.m.? It's a
5
5
p.m.
o'clock
shadow.
shadow. That's what.
5 o'clock.
There we go.
5 o'clock shadow.
I
But
knew there was
like
a 5 somewhere.
I don't know where it's coming from. It's tripping me out.
It's probably the light. The way the light's like.
Yeah, I
and
think
all
it's
that.
something with the light. Well, anyways, talking about exchanges. Donald Trump recently posted yesterday on
Okay.
X about his World Liberty Financial Exchange.
I forgot he is doing that.
Yeah.
He is doing
So he says that he's planning on making America great again with crypto. I don't necessarily believe it, but nonetheless, he is creating this exchange that is set to eventually be completely decentralized. But as of right now, it is open for whitelisting. If you want to be on this whitelist, the news is you can't
What?
get on the whitelist.
What do you mean?
Since
you mean?
William's like, what just happened?
What just happened?
You cannot get on this whitelist because it is only for accredited investors due to SEC regulations.
We already like how this is going, right, guys? Have all exchanges done this?
No, it's just this one. That's for some reason I don't know what's going on with them specifically. Why that's the case.
So that means
But
people already have an excess of, I think, is it $300,000 to be considered a accredited investor, something like that. Oh no, $1 million plus, I think. Actually, I lied.
yeah, you need to have a large amount of money,
I think
over
it's
$1 million for
plus
sure.
liquid to be able to be a accredited investor.
And then you also need to pass some exam.
You do?
Yeah. Accredited investors don't just have money. They need to pass an exam.
I didn't know that. I didn't know there was an exam. I've never.
Yes.
I haven't
So
looked into
that exam, there's a question on this exam about recessions, and that's what the whole turmoil was back when we officially saw two quarters of I forgot the
That
percentage.
wasn't
I
that
didn't pass it.
exam.
That was also on that. That thing is also on that exam.
Oh, okay, it's a question. No, but that was for the Series 7's.
It's on.
License.
Well, the thing is that's
It's
a
on,
common.
It's
thing,
a question on multiple exams.
Exactly.
It's a very common question.
And then they switched it up on us. But yeah,
Gotcha.
you also need to pass an exam to be an accredited investor.
Okay.
So now you could see what's like going on, like how like the whole platform works once you pass this process. But a lot of people don't necessarily want a KYC, like the accredited investors that are like crypto advocates. They're not really looking forward to KYCing if they don't really understand what the platform is going to be doing.
Oh, 100%.
That being said, they do want to make the company more accessible to everybody, and they are looking into ways to removing the accredited investor check.
Yeah, 'cause minimum you're gonna have to have KYC regardless. Since there's
Yeah,
these
KYC
companies.
is going to be a common thing for
But
sure.
The accredited investor part is like who you're gonna get. You're gonna get no one.
Yeah, that's already like
Because most whales will just want to do OTC deals.
mhm.
Like they're gonna
Over the
buy from an
counter deals
exchange
would be
that they're
easier.
gonna know they're gonna fluctuate the price, and
Exactly.
they're not gonna do that.
Exactly. So there's a bit of some turmoil with that, as you would assume.
Yeah, I I do assume. I assume that.
I do, however, uh, this Specs Daily made a very interesting comment, and I thought it was pretty funny because they're like, it's crazy seeing a former president run a whitelist process on the global stage.
Why? I'm just curious.
Well, be like, because like the whole crypto space is pretty much like tied
Degenerates?
to like the crypto bros, yeah, young dudes, degenerates, caffeine addicts, like stuff like that.
That's true.
And we have a former president, current presidential nominee, running a whitelist. So, I mean, granted, this guy, he's obviously super controversial and left and right, like in terms of like what people think about him. So
That's the first
it's
statement.
interesting, but yeah. So the question is this bullish or not bullish?
Indifferent?
Indifferent. Yeah.
I don't think
Maybe
his whiteness is going to change the world. I don't think his exchange is going to change the world either.
I don't think his exchange is gonna exchange. I don't think it's gonna get anywhere really. Like not and say in terms of anywhere, I don't think it's gonna be a forefront in innovate, like front runner in innovation.
No. I also think this space is too not skittish, cautious, and we're already hypercritical of decently ran exchanges. So what if an exchange that's already having a accredited investor whitelist is going to look like?
Yeah.
Like it'll even be.
Yeah, but there are people on the outside who might be looking in and be like, "Oh wow, if this guy's doing it, then it might be a complete scam because he has been like associated with like that
That's
Trump
my point.
University thing
Yeah.
that he did."
100%.
And then other people would be like, "Oh no, this is like crazy good because he was former president." So that's why it's like it could go 50-50.
I think it's just different. It won't matter.
It's a nothing burger.
It's a nothing burger. 100%. I think it's a nothing burger. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I think it's just more campaign, like pushing the vote.
I don't know if it's. I wouldn't say campaign. I'll say cash grab if anything at the worst. Because you
also
can't.
true.
Because this would be a project you have to be more committed to long term or a longer committed project.
That is true. That's a fair point.
Because he loses the presidency, he can't just stop doing this now. Like there's money in here. There's money being involved.
Mm-hmm. That's accurate.
I don't think you'll be able to just stop. Accurate. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something else.
About
no idea. Continue forward.
About something else?
I don't remember.
But okay, I really did come with a lot of like political stuff. So essentially, there's this bill FIT21. I think we've talked about it before.
We have
FIT21.
Briefly.
It is pretty much a bill that would establish federal framework for regulating digital assets by the Commodities Future Trading Commission and the Securities Exchange Commission.
Okay, so both of them?
Yeah, for both of them. So this bill would pretty much allow issuers of self-certified assets as digital commodities. And FIT21 did pass the House back in spring.
Yeah. That's what we talked about.
Yeah, that's probably one we talked about. So even Nancy Pelosi supported the bill.
The
which is
greatest
interesting.
trader of all time.
Yeah,
The greatest.
she probably got into crypto after that. But it
Mhm.
needs to pass Senate, and it needed President Biden's signature.
Which he vetoed, didn't he? Didn't he veto that?
Yeah, yeah.
Loser.
But
Sorry, Prez.
essentially, last week Congress passed a 3-month funding extension to avoid
Nice.
government. Yeah,
Nice.
to avoid a government contract government shutdown. My bad.
I
And
thought
mhm.
they signed that until like 2025. We have no limit on debt.
Um,
I thought that's the agreement we
maybe
signed when we were close to shutdown last time, like mid-year.
maybe it might have gotten revoked or updated. I don't know. I feel like there's always significant shifts in. What the heck is this?
I don't know.
Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, essentially they're looking for this bill to maybe get approved right before Christmas, December 20th.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether or not this bill does get
Mhm.
approved, I think it does appear to be that there are a lot of people in Congress and in Senate and government essentially that are like you mentioned, probably trying to garner the crypto advocates vote. So it is becoming a growing issue, relevant to politicians, and it will likely be something that will be continuously brought up time and time again.
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
Especially after that hearing last week
The
with
grilling?
the SEC. Yeah, Gary Gensler really got grilled. He got shaky hands. You actually sent me the video of the one guy I wanted to see but couldn't see because
Yeah.
we were recording the podcast.
Yeah, no, he
What
cooked
was-
them.
Where did you send that again? It was on.
It was through
X.
X to you.
To
Directly.
Yeah,
On
I
that note,
forgot. Mhm.
as you look for it,
Mhm.
Bitcoin is currently dropping back to 62,000. 61 at this point.
Oh yeah.
61,990 something. Let's be fair.
Yeah. So, what was his name? It doesn't say. Oh, Mr. Torres asked Gary Gensler about the Yankees ticket. He's like, if I buy a Yankees ticket,
Yeah.
from the people selling like the Yankees or the stadium, whatever it is, and he decide to sell that ticket to someone else, does that constitute for profit? And I tell them that like, well, it's a Yankees ticket, you could use it by going to the the stadium, or maybe it might go up in value or go down in value. That's up to the market. By essentially, he asked if that constitutes a sales of security, and Gary Gensler very quickly said no. But he also said, he's like, I see where you're going with this. And then so then he was asked about the purchase of a specific NFT called Stoner Cats TV. So a Stoner Cat NFT.
Yeah, they sold an entrance to like an event they did. I think it was like an online event.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, does that constitute as a securities? And then that's when Gary starts
Getting shaky hands.
going. Nah, he was shaking his hands the entire time. That's when he starts to form some type of word salad. Heard that term the other day. I was like, I like that term. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, it starts saying, oh no, we base our decisions based off of Supreme Court hearings and guidance of certain political offices and branches. And yeah, it just wasn't going well for him.
Yeah, he did make a nice word salad off of that.
Yeah, so like the SEC is really under scrutiny. There is someone there, I don't remember her name, but she was very adamant about how she felt like they were not doing justice to the people. They were not doing enough. Kind of looked like she was going for Gary's job.
Possibly. You know how they roar. You know how they work.
Yeah. But like the SEC is just another reason why politicians are not giving up, because they obviously see that they're probably getting a whole mouthful by lobbyists from Coinbase, Robinhood, OKX, all the crypto exchanges. Like,
Probably.
look at what the SEC is doing. Look what the SEC is doing.
Most likely. I mean, I think even Kamala, after the hearing, said she'll get rid of Gary Gensler.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Nah, she's gonna
I
fire
don't know
Gus.
in what time frame it was, but she did say that she'll get rid of Gary Gensler. If I'm not mistaken.
That's crazy, because I think she was the one who put him in.
No, he's been in.
Oh, he's been in?
Yeah, he was in since Trump, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You always want to blame the Democrats for every problem we have.
No.
They just have
she
caused
did
most
keep
of
him
them,
in.
not all of them.
She did keep him.
I don't think that's a position you change often either, though.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's like Powell. We don't change Powell often.
We don't. I don't think we can change Powell.
We can. The president definitely can.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Federal Reserve is a separate entity from the government.
I don't. Maybe, but no, I don't think so. I think Trump could.
Pretty sure the Federal Reserve is a private. I'm pretty sure the Federal Reserve is a private organization.
It's not, though. When you Google it, it says it's not.
The Federal Reserve. Let's see if we are gonna put on our aluminum foil hats.
Let's see.
Is the Federal Reserve privately owned?
It does say no, it's not. It's going to say it's a part of the U.S. government. Guaranteed.
Who owns the Federal Reserve? This is by federalreserve.gov. So this is them. Okay, yeah, it says it's not owned by anybody, but it was created in 1913 by the Federal Reserve Act to serve as the nation's central bank. The Board of Governors in Washington, D.C. is an agency of the federal government and reports to and is directly accountable to the Congress. So it is part of the government.
Yeah, that I did hear that bill go around. I think it probably started out as a independent agency. And
I think so. Like I think it became part of it. 13 different banks came together. 12 different banks came together. Something like that. I'm gonna do some research on that and check it out. I'll bring that to you next episode.
He won't.
Yeah, well.
He won't. You know how many times we said we're gonna do that next episode and we don't?
Well, no. We say we'll do that in a future episode, not the next episode.
Nah, bro. There's been a few when we said next episode and we don't.
I don't remember one.
Okay.
If you recall us betraying you like that, write it out in the comments.
Do you remember what you had for breakfast on Monday?
Yesterday? Yes. Turkey, bacon, and pancakes.
You eat turkey bacon?
Yes. It's healthier. You gotta cook the turkey bacon really, really hot.
Dude, I follow this guy. I think I follow him. I don't know. He's on the carnivore diet.
Mm-hmm.
Homie's been on it for a little over a year. Homie was 280. I mean, not 280. I'm sorry. I apologize. He was not 280. He was like 220.
Okay.
Bro right now is at 180. Respectfully. 180, 190.
Mm-hmm.
jacked, and he eats like a pound of bacon or a pound of bacon every like 3 days.
Very
All
possible.
he eats is meat.
Meat. Yeah. That guy is also probably very hungry most of the time.
Nah, bro, homie eats.
Yeah, I understand that.
He eats a
but
pound of. He eats. Listen, I saw one of his foods. He eats a pound of ground beef with like 7 eggs.
Yeah.
You're not hungry.
Yeah,
after
he
that.
eats. No, not after that. But he'll go to sleep hungry.
Nah, bro, I don't think he goes to sleep hungry.
So here's the thing. Like, you have no carbs to or fiber to like really satiate yourself.
That's why you have the fats.
Yeah, well, the fat helps for sure.
Nah, bro, he cooks everything in butter and tallow. I don't think you're hungry after that, dog.
I'm pretty sure you are.
You're saying that very confident for a guy who.
Ketosis is not easy, William.
Is that what he's doing?
That's what he's doing. It's keto.
Yeah, but there's keto and there's carnivore though. They separate that.
Well, carnivore is keto.
Fair.
Keto's not necessarily carnivore.
Yes. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We're on the same page.
Yeah, no,
Homie's
for sure.
ripped,
No, I believe it. No, I 100% believe it. I
Oh.
know it works.
His Instagram, just like I brought him up, is Carnivore Ray, if I'm not mistaken.
Carnivore Ray.
Yeah.
That's RAY or RAE?
Why? I think. Also, he did his blood work before. I mean, during carnivore, everything's perfect. He reintroduced fruits in it, and his blood work got worse than when he was just pure carnivore. Not worse, like he's not worse as in like unhealthy, but everything that was much better for him, like everything that was like just on the higher end of healthy, dropped. And testosterone
Yeah, but you see, the
dropped.
thing with that is we're omnivores. We have canines and we have molars.
Yeah, but you can also just eat meat and be, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying like something. I'm just bringing up a thing I saw.
William, it sounds to me like you want to do it.
That's too much commitment, in my opinion.
Just go hunting and kill a deer and then just eat the deer forever. Well, not forever, until you run out, obviously.
I don't got no deers that big to feed me.
There's no deers over there?
I don't know. Yeah, there are, but I don't think we got the big deers.
Okay, William. You think you can eat a small deer?
I think you get them faster than a big deer, yeah.
Dude, obviously, no.
Dude, once you you remove bone and remove skin, you lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think a small deer is easily a month's worth of meals.
Oh, 100%.
Go hunting once a month.
You think I could kill that thing? You think I've never shot a gun. We might have to bleep
Don't-
that. We might have to bleep that. We might have to bleep that word.
William, there's a lot of people know
bleep
his...
the G word that I just used. Because that one, I know for sure will get flagged.
Oh, I thought you wanted to bleep the whole sentence.
Nah, just the word's fine.
Why would the word get marked?
I don't know. YouTube's weird.
This guy.
Yeah. I got nothing else.
You got nothing else?
No.
What do we got? Oh, we didn't talk about the strike that's going on. Did we?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. There's a specific word for them. Damn it. I got rid of it. Give me a segundo.
Traders?
No, it's not traders.
Okay.
It's
I'm kidding.
It's
No,
U.S. labor
I saw
workers,
this.
but it doesn't. I'm on my bookmarks. Okay. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not here. Okay. So here it is. The U.S. American dock strike is expected to cost the U.S. economy up to $5 billion per day in lost trade and sharply raise prices for consumer goods.
Yeah.
Meaning the people
That's-
who work the docks to like get from our exports, our imports.
From our imports.
Yeah, from our imports, they're going on strike.
Well, they're just ports in general, but
No, it's. I don't think it's West Coast. It's East and Gulf Coast.
it's East and Gulf Coast, correct? Not West Coast.
Those are going on strike.
Which is gonna be freaking insane.
Yeah. Good. Have fun with them prices.
Genuinely has me a little bit concerned, seeing how this is happening a month before election, and then 2 months before the holidays.
Yeah. Also, a lot of companies or a lot of unions are really going on strike now. Like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the auto workers. AT&T went on strike. We know that because our cousin works in it.
We know some AT&T staff.
And there's another one I'm blanking out on. Oh, UPS also went on strike.
UPS, but that was already 2 years ago, I think.
No, it was 2023 for sure.
Oh, only last year?
Yeah, it was sometime in between. I mean, it's almost 2 years now because we're about to go to 2025.
True that.
But they as well. Bitcoin's taking a dump. It's still at 62. So we'll end it with a fun question. Are we above or below this price for next episode?
I'm gonna say above.
I think we always say above.
It's a hot take. No,
I'm gonna give a hotter take. Next episode,
what do we?
We're gonna be above 66K.
I was gonna say 65. 66 to me was pushing it a bit.
Nah, next episode we're breaking 66K resistance.
Okay.
Let's hear it here. We're currently at 61,890 something, and dropping.
You know, we should probably just do this segment every week. What's the price next week? Get a little reel out, and then
see how it
for
goes.
the beginning of next week's reel about our segment, would be were we right or were we wrong?
That's a good way to do it too.
Be like, we were wrong last week. We thought it was this, but this week our guess is this.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. Market's just taking a dump after all this labor workers, foreign wars, and the whole shebang.
Yeah. Hopefully
October will restart at some point. It's only the first day, guys.
It's only the first day.
We got 30 more to go.
Stay sober.
Mind you, the entire month stays red until the 31st, and 31st we get a god candle of 70% on the entire market.
That'd be wild.
Well then, with that,
we would love for you to show some support. Drop a like, a comment, subscribe, share,
follow.
It really means.
It means the world. It makes him the happiest man on earth.
It does,
and it's hard to make him happy.
Yeah, William knows.
Impossible to satisfy this man. It's impossible. On that note,
thank you guys. Thank you guys
tuning in.
For joining. Okay, you.
All right, what are you doing? You go. It's all yours.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in to another week
of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes crypto.
The Unscripted
Crypto Podcast.
Heyo.